All right, as I said at the top of the show, we are officially 150 days away from the NFL draft coming here to the city of Detroit. It is going to be a huge event for the city and really for the region. It's going to take a big coordinated effort between city government as well as private companies to make this all work. There was a press conference this morning that wrapped up just about an hour ago with a bunch of people from not only the companies but state government as well. Mayor Mike Duggan was talking about what kind of coordination it's going to take and the kind of crowds they're expected to see.
When the NFL fans come here, we're going to treat them to a different experience than they've had in the last 2 years. I was at the drafts in Las Vegas and Kansas City. They were very well-run drafts, but they were held in parks far away from their central business district. And unless you were staying at the hotel, you might not have known in those cities the NFL draft was there. We are trying something that's far more challenging. We are going to hold the NFL draft in the heart of downtown Detroit. So you'll be a part of the city. The businesses will be a part of it. And people who have only read about Detroit in the national newspapers will get a chance to see the beauty for themselves.
Yeah, really, and perception is key here. Will Jones was at that press conference. He joins me live now from Campus Martius. Hey, Will, it's good to see you. So what did you take from what you heard about an hour ago?
Well, it's hard to believe that it is 150 days away, and it's a lot of excitement here in the city. And you just heard from Duggan, who was just talking about how this is going to change the narrative about Detroit, things that people have heard. They're going to come here and see what Detroit has to offer. A lot of people are excited not only just to have the draft, this massive sporting event here, but the spillover effect into the hotels and the businesses. So this is really going to be very good for those type of businesses. Christy?
Yeah. And Will, and one of those things that the NFL and also the cities that host the draft, it's really important that they give back to the community also. So it's not just a come in and then get on out of here. There's also going to be some investment and impact in the community. What did they talk about today?
Well, they announced a $1 million donation to two organizations. The first organization is Beyond Basics, and the other organization is Project Play. One is focusing on getting kids involved in sports, and the other is youth literacy. So each of them will be receiving $500,000. One of those organizations spoke at the news conference this morning, and they were really excited about the impact of what this money can do and how this will benefit the kids who participate in these programs.
Yeah, there have been so many changes, of course, in the city of Detroit over the past about 15 years or so, and coming out of bankruptcy, and really what the perception of the city is according to the rest of the country, and being able to bring fans here. We heard Mayor Duggan talk a little bit about that perception, but what did you hear from some of the other people who spoke, again, about putting Detroit in the best light for the visitors who are going to come here and then may make the decision to come on back and visit at another time?
Well, you've seen all these restaurants pop up. It seems like a new restaurant is popping up in Midtown and downtown Detroit. A lot of these hotels have opened up ahead of the draft. We're actually in Midtown. We left Ford Field to come to Midtown to talk with a business who is going to be trying to partner with the NFL and hoping for some customers to come into their businesses in Midtown and surrounding areas. So there is just a lot of excitement about how this draft, bringing hundreds and thousands of people to this city, where they're going to eat, where they're going to stay, and hopefully when they come here, they're going to go back and talk to their family and friends and say how great of a city Detroit is, how welcoming Detroit was to them, and hopefully they will bring their friends and family back here. So hopefully this will continue the momentum that this city really has right now.
Yeah, Will, great for investment as well. I did notice on the list of people who were at this press conference was Detroit Police Chief James White. Did he talk about safety at all in some kind of the things that they are going to be setting up with DPD and then the surrounding Wayne County?
Yeah, that is extremely important, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. When you have so many people coming to town, it is a security and logistic nightmare, but they traveled to Kansas City, saw how it worked for them. I spoke with the fire department as well, and they are prepared. They say that they're trained to do this. They're putting the finishing touches on their plan, and people are going to be coming down and they're going to be safe. So they are ready to go with their security plan by seeing what has worked in other areas, and they're going to apply that here.
Sounds good. All right, Will Jones, I know you're going to be working that story and have it for later editions of Local 4 News at 5 and 6 o'clock. Appreciate it. We'll see you later.